Hello everybody, I'm Serta. Welcome back to Season 2 of Planet Crafter. Well, we are progressing extremely well. We've hit 1 TTI, and we're doing pretty well. You know, we've got our rockets up. We can have a look at our map. I think the one thing I didn't explain or didn't show in the last episode was that you can pan around this map. So, yeah. But just want you to notice something. To the west of the waterfall area, there is nothing. Now, in the last episode, we found that cave underneath the waterfall with a whole bunch of crosses. And the message said they were heading west. And, well, yeah, there's nothing to the west except maybe the crater. So, yeah, we don't really know what happened to those people. Anyway, that's what this episode is all about. We are going to start exploring the story in the game. So let's get going. So before we get going, I have rectified my big mistake. Some of these things are still here, but I'm slowly emptying them out, and I'll break this down. And I've decided that this is a nice place to live, so this is probably going to be my living quarters. That means I don't have to have them attached to my control room. You know, keep your home life and your work separate. Anyway, it seems to be a fairly nice spot, and I'll make it look better. Okay, so that's that sorted out. One other thing that I did between episodes was I launched a whole bunch of rockets. So we have over 100 rockets. I'm only limited by the plants because of the lerma at the moment, and we haven't started doing anything on the fish. I'm going to keep that for the next episode. So there's no progress towards making more lermas or getting the common lava automated, but actually everything else is automated. We have the production facilities for the rods where they belong, at the source of the product, so that it reduces the load on the drones. And everything is filling up. So now when we do the big expansion, which will come, we have everything that we need in our storeroom and over at our launch pad. So yeah, we can grow super quick. But that's not the point of this episode. Let's get past the storm and we'll head out. While the storm is raging, we have an unlimited supply of pulsar now and super alloy, so I have a little bit of spare energy. So yeah, that's going to put us in good stead for a while. 32,000 kilowatt hours. That's going to be excellent. Right. Seems like the storm is finishing. So we are going to head out to the waterfall biome. I teased a cave out in that area. That is pretty much the last area that we need to explore. I did travel around and empty out everything I could find. All the leftover crates and stuff that I left behind in previous episodes, stuff that I needed. But okay, while we're traveling, what we know so far is that we were convicted of some kind of a crime, and we have been sentenced to come and sort out this planet. So I assume we had some kind of qualification in terraforming or science or engineering, and we were sentenced by the Sentinel Corp to head out to this planet. We got dropped in here and we crashed like seemingly so many other ships, and our job is to just make this place Earth-like. So that's pretty much what we know. We know that other people have been sent here and they didn't survive. We haven't found anyone else, so we can safely assume that no one survived. The conditions are harsh, and if you didn't know this place, it is difficult, so it's understandable that some people didn't survive. However, the fact that there's so many crashed ships just sort of leads you to question why. Why have so many ships crashed? Why did your pod manage to land? Why are so many ships crashed? Our landing was pretty harsh. But okay, here's the entrance to what is known as the Mushroom Cave. Now, this Mushroom Cave has many secrets. We're having an event. The event has passed. So we've come in from the dark biome through that entrance, and there's this Wooden structure. Now that's interesting. Does it mean that someone brought wood? Did this planet have something on it before? It's quite an interesting thing. And yeah, well, right here, if we dive in the water and go around, there's a golden chest. And, well, there's not much here that I'm in desperate need of at the moment. When you get here, that might be good stuff. There's also other crates around. Rocket engines are always handy. I have an abundant supply of circuit boards now, so I don't need that. So yeah, that's where we are. This is the Mushroom Cave. Now, we're going to head off to the other side of the Mushroom Cave, so we'll head to the west. There's another little wooden structure. Okay, so here's the entrance that goes into the waterfall biome, just so that everybody knows where we are. Okay? So this is the entrance from the waterfall biome. And if we come down here, and we go straight in to the east, there's a big tree. Oh, another crate. And at this big tree is this strange looking thing. Take note of those coordinates, and I'll explain how the coordinates work. So if you have a look in the bottom left-hand corner, just below your O2, there is there are three numbers. Okay, so the first number, if you travel north to south, that number increases and decreases. If you travel east to west, the last number increases and decreases. As you go up and down, the middle number increases and decreases. So that's how you can figure out coordinates. Now, bear in mind the negatives, the minuses, those are important. So this is called a Warden's altar, and we can click on it to open it, and we can grab this Warden's key. Right, that's gone. But this is a message. That means we need to go to that location. Right. Oh, well, here's a rare butterfly. Finally, one of them spawned. These are pretty good. It's a 800% multiplier. Not the greatest, but you know, they're pretty nice. They glow. All right, let's more wooden structures, eh? More wooden structures. All right, so we're going to head to those coordinates, and those coordinates happen to be in this cave on the eastern side, very close to... Oh, my. Huh? Very close to where we found the golden crate. Okay, so that's the entrance. And here's the structure. Now, there's another one of these water wheel type structures in this cave. And there's another altar. So if we click on that and we put the Warden's key in there, this strange door opens. Obviously, I thought there would be another one. Right, so we can now go into this area. This opens up to a room with lots of structural support, and there is something. Right, so we can read this message. At first we were struck by the resemblance. We were almost exactly the same. Our scientists told us it was because our celestial bodies were identical in every way. So our evolution, while independent, was similar in every way. This was like meeting a cousin you never knew you had. Brothers, they even called us when they started to land on Thria. Now, I don't know if Thria is Earth or another planet. Anyway, a few spaceships that turned into dozens, and slowly our worries grew. Our main differences were hidden deep inside. Biologically, we were identical, but our minds had been shaped differently because of fate or by nature. The fact is, when we realized it, it was already too late. A Warden. Don't know what year it was done in. Okay, so there were other people that arrived. And across on this side is another message. Yeah, I need water. That's why I brought some with. Okay. After all of these years, all the suffering, we decided to leave our home soil. Go as far away as possible, build a new home, far from the terror, far from the strife, far from them. to stay hidden and live our lives as we did for centuries. We carefully chose somewhere we could be safe, gathered the last of our kind in our big vessel, and on a fateful night we left, fleeing their never-ending insatiability more than themselves. So, their planet was visited by people that looked like them, and then those people kind of took over. We head in here. Alright, more coordinates. Interesting. So we can grab that Warden's key. There was another door. There it is. This takes us to this very strange area. Now, we can't do anything here yet, but there's a big ship. Now, we assume the people that escaped, which let's assume were humans or something, they took the ship and they came here, and now they've hidden it because they didn't want those other people to find them. All right, bear in mind, in these Warden areas, you can't use your jetpack. So it's slow going. Okay, so now we're going to head off to those other coordinates. Oh, and once you've put a Warden's key into one of the doors that open, it's locked there, you can't remove it. But yeah, that sort of concludes our visit to this this biome. I did check this one out. There are a few other crates around, quite nice. And if you remember, we unlocked a tree called the Shriox. It's a very high output tree, which we haven't built any yet because I want to build them in places where where they kind of fit in. They're not very pretty looking trees. We have a number of them crafted. So that means that the next place we're going to visit is somewhere that we've actually been before. I will take you there and we'll be back. We have been led into our super alloy cave where we have rod production happening in the cave. Yeah, and we're going to head to the back of this cave where we saw that big door before. There's the door. Okay, so this is where the coordinates have led us, and there is a Warden's altar. So we click on that, we put our Warden's key in, and that door opens. Alright, so we have a staircase marked with little obelisks, and our jetpack no longer works. Another strange passageway entry. There's another Warden's key over here. No markings. That's interesting. Some kind of an event going on again. Without a doubt, this is a super alloy event, so it's very loud. We'll be back. Thankfully, that's over. And we walk into this area. Look at this place. Amazing. Something happened here. Oh, and here's a key. Right, so we'll grab that. And let's head in here. Okay. So all very interesting. Okay, nothing there. There's another door. And ramp. Oh, there's something. Oh, look at that, a golden crate. Fancy that. Alright, we want that. Oh, not that. Nope. Now we need to get to that altar. This ramp take us there. And there's a message. Generations has passed since the Great Migration, but we're not forgetting our history, and the knowledge is carefully passed to every one of our younglings. Our masters watched their evolution closely. We now see how primitive they were, and yet so powerful. Ironically, their destructive nature caused them to expand, always, ever further, and little by little they increased their reach, getting closer and closer. We thought we were safe this far, but now we need to find a way to avoid meeting them again. We won't make the same mistake as the first time. Okay, so obviously those visitors were not nice people, and we left our planet. Well, we don't know if it's we might be them. So yeah, interesting. Let me get some food and water. We're out of water, so this is going to have to happen a little quick. More ramps. Yes. When there's a pathway presented in a game, you follow that pathway. Ah, there's another message. Right, orbital drainage defense device. Observation log. The device is working as intended, and our tests are conclusive. If ever one calling themselves human approaches this planet, okay, so we are human, or they are, the people that were here are human. If ever one calling themselves human approaches this planet, it will drain the energy from their ships and prevent them from communicating. Our presupposition is that the device will effectively reduce their effort to approach this part of the infinitude, leading them to spread elsewhere, if they continue doing so. Our calculations are conclusive. This will give us at least a few hundred years of quietude. From a Warden. Okay, so that would explain there's some kind of a device that drains energy from ships. That explains why there's so many crashed ships on this planet. And those crashed ships belong to those others. And this is the device. Now, we can't do anything with it yet, and it doesn't seem to affect us at all, so yeah, there was something beyond this. There was more pathway. And that takes us to a rooftop where there happens to be another key. With coordinates. Aha. Right. So now we have 3 keys. Super. Now, I can't just jump down because you can't use a jetpack in here, so kind of have to walk back. So we're back out in the world. Now, fortunately, the last area is not too far away from here, and I believe there's water there. So I'm not going to be too stressed about that. But now we kind of have an explanation as to all the crashed satellites and ships, and why there were so many of them desperate to get here, this desolate planet. But what happened? What happened to the civilization? While I'm flying around this area, we didn't explore these hills. And there is one secret in this area that I kind of overlooked when we came here, because we didn't come to this side. And that is around a corner. Let me check myself, but I think it's around here. Yes, right at the back. There's a little secret room with some crates in it. Not much to show, but anyway, that's not why we're here. Okay, let's head to those coordinates. So we're here in Paradise Valley. There's our little living compartment. That's where the uranium cave is, and just to the west is this. The Warden's altar. So if we click on it, and it requires 3 keys, so we drop the 3 keys in, and this happens. Cool, this whole rock just disappears into the ground, leaving no trace. Alright, so we'll head in using our jetpack as far as we can. That's the limit. This is quite pretty in here. Structure, and look at that. Isn't that stunning? That is stunning. All right, let's see what we need to do here. Okay, this area, golden butterflies spawn in here from time to time. They do sometimes get hidden underneath this foliage. That's not the point, but yeah, just so that you know. Okay, we have a Warden's altar that takes 5 keys. We also have a message. Once we lived. Okay. So, was that their last message? Alright, so we need to find 5 Warden keys. And a little pink butterfly spawning in the wild. Cool. Right, there's Warden key number 1. If you look around, there's a altar. See any more from here? So we obviously need to get way up top there. It's quite a pain that we can't... Oh wait, hang on. Ah, there's one. Alright, 2 down. Okay, so we know that there's one up on that side, which we... looks like we can only get there from that side. So, we'll go up this side first and see what we can find. Ah, there's an altar. Now, it just goes underground out that way. Alright, another ramp. So we head up the ramp. And when we get high, we need to be careful, because if you fall down, you will die. And I'm going up here without water. It's alright. Should be quick. No. Let me go get water. We are rehydrated and we are back on track. Following pathways. We've seen these before, and yep. Let me just see if there's anything out this way. No. Alright. This is a vine, and there's a ramp on it. Kind of making it a bit obvious. But, oh, there we go. There's an altar. Key number 4, and we know that there's one on the other side, so obviously we can't go any further this way. So cool, we'll head back down to the bottom and venture. Okay, so we're back at the bottom, and there's another ramp over here. And this will take us up to the, hopefully, to the last Warden key that we need, because we currently do have 4. We need 5 to open that door. And there it is. Right, we have 5. Let's go and open that door and see where it takes us. Okay, so we still don't quite know what happened to these folks. Okay, and the door opens. Head down this very long passage, and there are a bunch of golden butterflies flying around. And there are, I think these are the last 2 golden crates that exist in the game right now. So let's read the message first. Once again, calamity befalls our people. If the predictions are correct, the meteor will hit the planet in just a few days. The cities we built, the splendors we made will fall. Our arts, traditions, discoveries, and lives will vanish once again. The destruction is upon us, but this time we will not flee as we did generations ago. What's the point of running away when demise chases you so vigorously? Our fate is accepted, being proud of what we were, stayed true to our values. Our story will disappear under the ashes and flames and dust. Like a butterfly, life, beautiful and evanescent, it's time to meet our end, a Warden. So, that crater biome, that meteor that struck there was what wiped out the humans. Interesting. Lerma? Yeah. Oh, golden butterfly lava. I should probably take that. And the effigy, of course. Another effigy, golden seed. Lerma. Yeah, that should... Ooh, golden butterfly. Cool. Alright, so this is it. This is the end. This is the last place that the humans managed to put a message. And so we've got a few things explained. We know why there were people that were very desperate to get onto this planet. We know why there were so many crashed ships. We know why that pleasure trip where the crosses were in the waterfall biome crashed, and those people were not humans. They were the others. It's interesting. Now, does that mean that we are a human? That there were some humans left behind? They said they grabbed the last of their kind and came here, and the humans ended here with the big meteor. But are we human? We don't know that. And I'm sure there's going to be more to the story, but the humans built that device that would keep the others away. Obviously, that caused all the crashed ships around the map. So things start falling into place. Now, the other two guys, I think their names were Xiaomi and E18 or something. Were they humans? Or were they prisoners of the others, being the others? We don't know. Are we human? This is the big question. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And whatever happened to those people that headed to the west? I think maybe before we head back to base, I'm just going to go and have a look in the canyon biome and just go through that secret area that we kind of skipped past in a previous episode. It was quite a big base. Not sure if it was created by E18. I know Xiaomi was in I think he was in the Blue Desert or something and then moved. Yeah, so, but before we head to the crater, let's just remind ourselves here. Okay, so this was E18. Ship crashed for an unknown reason. Yeah, try to survive, land is too hostile. Okay, so he obviously arrived after the meteor struck. Wait, hold on. Where did he say he was going? I'm going outside one last time to find water. Alright, well, apparently he didn't get too far. So he has, I don't think he has anything to do with the crater biome. Interesting. So we're in the little container that's underwater next to the crater, next to the island in the middle of the crater. Okay, this is E18. Wow, he managed to get quite far. I thought I'd found the perfect meteor crater to build my launch platform, but visibility is atrocious. There's no way I'll be able to send anything from here. I'll try and make another base on higher ground at those coordinates. Hopefully the fog will fade away soon. Okay, so E18 did reach all the way here, and then he's the one that sorted out this. Where are we? That underground base. So it had nothing to do with the cruise ship people. What did they went to? Aha, a mystery. Okay, I've come to the base that's on the side of the crater. And right at the bottom is this message. What if I stayed here forever? I found enough ice to drink. My crops are getting bigger and bigger. I've successfully set up an energy source with a few solar panels. And for now, at least, I finally have a bit of comfort. Could I spend all my life by myself? Do you need company to live? Will I die alone? There's something really strange about this planet. I can't say what it is, but the more time I spend here, the more I want to stay. Now, perhaps E18, 3041, was one of the people that landed up crashing on that cruise ship. Oh, look. Fiorente. It's a strange place for it to spawn. So perhaps E18 was one. He doesn't seem to be a prisoner. Anyway, I know that we do have messages on our own messaging system. So I'm going to head back to base, build that communications antenna, and we'll see what messages we've got. All right, we're back at base. Let's put our communications antenna up. Gonna put it. That seems like a good spot. Right, okay. So let's go and see what our messages say. Okay, opening the messaging screen. Okay, automated message. Convict to GP971L. You've chosen to commute your sentence into an extradition in order to be released of all charges pending against you. You must fully terraform this planet. Our sensors will periodically scan your progress and will send you the required blueprints. Do not try to contact Sentinel Corp in any case. If our sensors do not detect any advancement on the terraformation process, you will be considered missing. Charges will not be dropped. You cannot claim property or value over anything on the planet. You are only allowed to use the resources found on the planet to increase the terraformation index. You are not allowed to leave this planet until terraformation is complete. Okay, 3058. So, we have a bit of a timeline. 3041, Iklas arrives and doesn't make it for too long, although he does build a pretty nice base in the crater area. Pleasure cruise vessel crashes in 3043. Survivors head west, don't know what happened to them. And then the other guy was 2 years before us. Warden, I think his name is. Yeah, and he died in a cave after a rock dropped on him. And I'm receiving messages. Alright, well, let's see what the next message says. Our sensors detected conditions on your planet allow the apparition of wild lava into the surface. Use those lava in the incubator to breed endemic species of bees and butterflies. Those species are required to fulfill your mission and increase the speed of your terraforming process. You are closely watched. Let us remind you that you shouldn't use communications device to contact anyone else but Sentinel Corp. Okay, so those are the only two messages that have come through. There are more. But yeah, that gives us an idea of the timeline. We've been sent here. I think it was Warden that said that the conditions would be optimal in 2 years, and we arrived here 2 years after him. So yeah, that is the story so far. Except that we received another message from Riley. Hello, finally managed to locate the system they sent you to. I don't have much time, but I'll try and give you some advice. The success rate of the planet crafters is so low because it's nearly an impossible task. You should find space food in your pod and maybe some wrecks. You'll be able to grow food when you meet the correct requirements. So you should find some vegetable seeds. Exploration and improvements are essential. Explore and improve your equipment to increase your chances of... I hope this message will reach you. Okay, so that was now. So Riley is... wait, hold on. Riley is not... Yeah, he not from Sentinel Corp, but very helpful. I probably should have put up that communications antenna a little earlier. It would have helped. Well, look, I mean, if you play the game the way it should be played, and not the way I've been playing it, you would build that communications antenna earlier, and you would receive a whole bunch of messages. But yeah, the story behind this then is becoming a little bit more clear. The reason that we're here, the reason that other people were here, the reason for all the crashed ships. So yeah, that is the story, and that was the point of this episode. So we've advanced pretty well on terraforming. We're up another 0.2 TGI, and in the next episode we're going to start making fish. We have everything that we need to make fish. So we're going to add that to our terraforming. We'll have fish, and that's it. So what are your thoughts on the story? Do you have any theories? Are we human? Are we possibly the survivors of the human race that have been imprisoned, that are now expected to do this? Although they said that the humans left millennia ago, but it's always possible that there's a human community, and that's the reason that we were charged with crime and told that we had to come and terraform this planet. I don't know. Who's Riley? Why is Riley trying to get a hold of us and help us? Are there other human survivors out there that maybe we're going to kick that machine back into action, make sure that we have a flourishing little human civilization back on this planet, constantly under threat from the others? Well, we don't know yet, but I'm sure that will all come to light in future updates. So if you like this video, give us a like, subscribe, hit the bell icon for notifications if you want to see more. And comment. Yeah, let me know your thoughts. Am I onto something? Are we human? What could it be? Anyway, until next time, cheers.